Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to Easy English Class. I'm Marco.
And I'm Erika.
How are you feeling today, Erica? Are you ready for a special kind of lesson that will help our viewers practice their speaking skills?
I'm feeling fantastic, Marco. Thank you for asking. Today we have something really exciting planned for our viewers. We're going to practice speaking with sentences about school, studying, and education. This is perfect for students who want to improve their pronunciation and fluency at the same time.
That's right. Before we begin, please remember to subscribe to Easy English Class and hit that notification bell. Today's lesson is all about repetition and practice. So if you find it helpful for your speaking skills, please give us a thumbs up and share it with other English learners.
Absolutely. Your support helps us create more content like this. Today, we're going to work through sentences at two different levels, beginner and intermediate. After we say each sentence, we want you to repeat it out loud, copy our pronunciation, and really focus on speaking clearly. This shadowing technique will improve your listening, speaking, and memory all at once.
Shadowing is such a powerful learning method. The idea is simple. Listen to us say a sentence, then immediately repeat it with the same rhythm and intonation. Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on copying the sounds and patterns you hear. Are you ready to start with our beginner level sentences, Erica?
I'm absolutely ready. Let's begin with simple, clear sentences that are perfect for beginning English students. Remember, everyone, speak out loud and don't be shy. This is your chance to practice. Here we go with our first beginner sentence. I walk to class every morning.
I walk to class every morning. Perfect. Here's the next one. My classroom is bright and clean.
My classroom is bright and clean. Here's another one. I carry my books in my bag.
I carry my books in my bag. Now let's try. My teacher explains the lesson clearly.
My teacher explains the lesson clearly. Here's a useful one. I take notes during class.
I take notes during class. This one is important. I complete my assignments on time.
I complete my assignments on time. Let's practice. I study in the library after school.
I study in the library after school. Here's another. I work with my classmates on projects.
I work with my classmates on projects. This one is encouraging. I learn something new every day.
I learn something new every day. Let's try. I ask questions when I'm confused.
I ask questions when I'm confused. Here's a good habit. I review my notes before tests.
I review my notes before tests. This is motivating. I enjoy discovering new ideas.
I enjoy discovering new ideas. Let's practice. I participate actively in class discussions.
I participate actively in class discussions. Here's an important one. I respect my teachers and classmates.
I respect my teachers and classmates. This shows growth. I improve my skills through practice.
I improve my skills through practice. Let's try. I organize my study materials carefully.
I organize my study materials carefully. This is about friendship. I help my friends with difficult subjects.
I help my friends with difficult subjects. Here's a positive one. I feel proud when I understand new concepts.
I feel proud when I understand new concepts. This is realistic. I make mistakes, but learn from them.
I make mistakes, but learn from them. Let's practice. I set goals for my academic progress.
I set goals for my academic progress. This shows dedication. I study even when I'm tired.
I study even when I'm tired. Here's about motivation. I remember why education is important.
I remember why education is important. This is encouraging. I celebrate my small victories.
I celebrate my small victories. Let's try. I use different methods to understand subjects.
I use different methods to understand subjects. This is about perseverance. I don't give up when things get difficult.
I don't give up when things get difficult. Here's the final beginner sentence. I believe in my ability to succeed.
I believe in my ability to succeed. How are you feeling so far, everyone? Your pronunciation is getting better with each sentence. Now, Marco, shall we move on to our intermediate level sentences?
Absolutely. These intermediate sentences will be longer and more detailed, but they'll really help you sound more natural and fluent. Remember to keep repeating out loud and focus on the rhythm of English. Here's our first intermediate sentence. Every morning, I prepare my backpack with textbooks and supplies.
Every morning, I prepare my backpack with textbooks and supplies. Here's another one. During lectures, I listen carefully and write important points in my notebook.
During lectures, I listen carefully and write important points in my notebook. Let's try this one. I often discuss challenging topics with my study group after classes.
I often discuss challenging topics with my study group after classes. This is about time management. I create a schedule to balance my studies with other activities.
I create a schedule to balance my studies with other activities. Here's about research. I use the internet and books to find information for my essays.
I use the internet and books to find information for my essays. This is motivational. When I struggle with a subject, I seek extra help from my instructors.
When I struggle with a subject, I seek extra help from my instructors. Let's practice. I prefer studying in quiet places where I can concentrate fully.
I prefer studying in quiet places where I can concentrate fully. This is about preparation. Before exams, I review all my materials and practice sample questions.
Before exams, I review all my materials and practice sample questions. Here's about collaboration. Group projects teach me how to work effectively with different personalities.
Group projects teach me how to work effectively with different personalities. This shows maturity. I take responsibility for my learning and don't blame others for my mistakes.
I take responsibility for my learning and don't blame others for my mistakes. Let's try. Reading books outside of class helps me expand my knowledge and vocabulary.
Reading books outside of class helps me expand my knowledge and vocabulary. This is practical. I keep my study space organized so I can find everything easily.
I keep my study space organized so I can find everything easily. Here's about growth. Each semester, I challenge myself to learn more than the previous one.
Each semester, I challenge myself to learn more than the previous one. This is encouraging. I remind myself that learning is a journey, not a destination.
I remind myself that learning is a journey, not a destination. Let's practice. Technology helps me access educational resources from around the world.
Technology helps me access educational resources from around the world. This is about balance. I make sure to take breaks during long study sessions to stay focused.
I make sure to take breaks during long study sessions to stay focused. Here's about friendship. My classmates and I support each other through difficult assignments and stressful periods.
My classmates and I support each other through difficult assignments and stressful periods. This is realistic. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but I remember that asking for help is a sign of strength.
Sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but I remember that asking for help is a sign of strength. Let's try. I connect what I learn in school to real-world situations and current events.
I connect what I learn in school to real-world situations and current events. This is about growth mindset. I view challenges as opportunities to develop new skills and understanding.
I view challenges as opportunities to develop new skills and understanding. Here's about habits. Consistent daily practice is more effective than cramming everything at the last minute.
Consistent daily practice is more effective than cramming everything at the last minute. This is inspiring. Education opens doors to opportunities I never imagined possible.
Education opens doors to opportunities I never imagined possible. Let's practice. I appreciate teachers who challenge me to think critically and question assumptions.
I appreciate teachers who challenge me to think critically and question assumptions. Here's our final intermediate sentence. Learning is a lifelong process that continues long after graduation from school.
Learning is a lifelong process that continues long after graduation from school. Wonderful work, everyone! You've just practiced speaking with sentences that cover all the important aspects of school and study life.
I'm so impressed with the dedication of everyone who repeated these sentences with us. By practicing shadowing like this, you're training your mouth muscles, your ears, and your brain all at the same time. It's one of the most effective ways to improve your spoken English naturally.
Absolutely. The beauty of shadowing is that it helps you internalize the rhythm and melody of English. When you repeat sentences like this regularly, speaking becomes more automatic and confident. Don't worry if some sentences felt challenging. That's completely normal and shows you're pushing yourself to improve.
That's such an important point, Marco. I want to encourage everyone watching. If some sentences felt difficult today, that means you're learning and growing. Come back to this video again tomorrow, next week, and practice the same sentences. You'll be amazed at how much easier they become with repetition.
Exactly. Remember, fluency comes from practice, not perfection. Even native speakers had to learn these patterns through repetition when they were children. You're doing the same thing. training your brain to recognize and produce English naturally.
For those who want to continue practicing, I recommend choosing 5 sentences from today's lesson that felt most challenging to you. Write them down, practice them several times each day, and use them in your own conversations about school or studying. Make them part of your active vocabulary.
That's wonderful advice. And remember, these sentences aren't just for speaking practice, they're also useful phrases you can actually use when talking about your education, your goals, or your experiences as a student. They'll help you express yourself more clearly and confidently in real conversations.
Before we finish today's lesson, let's give our amazing community a chance to practice even more. In the comments below, please choose 1 sentence from today's lesson, either beginner or intermediate, and write it out. Then tell us why you chose that particular sentence. Did it resonate with your experience? Was it challenging to pronounce?
What a great way to continue the learning! We love reading your comments and seeing how you're applying what we teach. Your engagement makes our teaching so much more meaningful, and it helps create a supportive community of English learners from around the world.
This has been such an energizing lesson, Marco. I love how shadowing brings out the musicality of English. When you repeat sentences with proper rhythm and intonation, you're not just learning words. You're learning to speak English the way native speakers do, with natural flow and confidence.
I completely agree, Erica, and I want to remind everyone that consistency is key with shadowing practice. Even 5 minutes a day of repeating sentences out loud will make a significant difference in your speaking skills over time. Don't underestimate the power of daily practice.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Easy English Class. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell for our weekly lessons. If this shadowing practice helped improve your pronunciation, please share it with friends who are also learning English.
We'll see you next week for another exciting English lesson. Until then, keep practicing these sentences, keep speaking out loud, and remember, every time you repeat a sentence, you're building stronger neural pathways for English fluency. You're doing amazing work.
Take care, everyone, and remember, your voice matters, your progress matters, and every sentence you practice brings you closer to your English goals. Keep up the fantastic work, and we'll see you soon.